Hey everybody, welcome back. One of the things that I was a little disappointed in that the RST package didn't include was color matching mirror caps. I really like that look and I wish I had it. So when I was searching online, I noticed that I could spend up to $100 on color matching mirror caps, or I could try my hand at vinyl wrapping, which is not something I've ever done before, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do that and it's always looked pretty cool. So I thought for this video, I'd give it a shot. I ended up using some wrap I purchased on Amazon, which I'll link below. But again, if you don't want to wrap and you just want to purchase them, you can go either through eBay or to your dealer. You might even be able to use some of your My Rewards points to save you some money. So this video will include removing your mirror caps for wrapping or replacing, a brief intro on wrapping by a complete amateur, mind you, and then the reassembly of the side mirrors. Tools needed: small flat blade screwdriver, T15 Torx screwdriver, some painter's tape, vinyl wrap and squeegee. Step 1. Tape off the mirror face. This step is mainly to protect the mirror from getting any scratches, and you can also tape around the mirror housing as well if you want to prevent that from getting any scratches for when you use your flat blade screwdriver. Step 2. Tilt the mirror down. This allows you to get your flat blade screwdriver behind the mirror. Step 3. Remove the mirror. There are 6 tabs that attach the mirror to the motor actuator ring. However, once you release the top 3 tabs, the mirror can be removed in a downward pulling motion. Make sure all 3 of the top tabs have indeed been released of the motor/actuator ring. Sometimes one can pop back in place while you work on another. I have read instructions saying you can disconnect the electrical connectors for the heated mirror, but because mine seem to be pretty snug and I live in Minnesota and thusly really need these to work, I decided to leave them connected and be careful around the now dangling mirror. Step 4. Removing the bezel. Use a T15 Torx screwdriver to remove the 2 screws that attach the bezel. Keep track of where your 2 screws were located. Mine seem to vary from the directions I found online. Rotate your side mirror assembly so the mirror would be facing outward. It will give you a better work angle and keep everything from pivoting on you when you pull on the bezel. Removing the bezel is the most difficult part of this process. It is important to know where the tabs are and to pull straight back until they come loose. Pivoting the bezel on a locked-in tab will snap them. As you can see in the video, there are tabs in the outer 3 corners and there is a non-pressure fitting tab near the base of the side mirror assembly. Here's what they look like once they are removed. Note how they are designed in a way that does allow them to be removed by force if done correctly. Also note how I didn't break any tabs. Hopefully that earned me an extra click from you to like this video. Step 5. Remove the mirror cover. The mirror cover is easy to take off. It has two tabs like the bezel, but this time they're facing you, so you can get behind them and release them without pulling on the mirror cover. It is also important to note the flat tabs that lock the top of the mirror cover. It's easy to lift upwards on the edge of the mirror cover to remove them, just don't forget about them when you're applying pressure to the mirror cover. Because I'm reusing my mirror cover and I really didn't want to break a tab, I did end up using a long, narrow needle nose pliers, but your small-ended flat blade screwdriver will work if you need a better angle on those clips. Keep those tabs released while lifting on the top edge of the mirror cover is all it takes to remove it. Now you can either pop a new one on or start the process of wrapping your mirror cover. Step 6. Wrapping the mirror cover. I really need to stress that this is my first attempt at wrapping anything, so you might want to look up other videos that will give you better advice for wrapping preparations and techniques. My advice is to start on the round corner of the mirror cover. It's the most difficult part to wrap, and it's not very difficult to get everything else to fall in place once the corner is done. The wrap I purchased was 1 foot wide by 5 feet long. I found out that 5 feet is only enough to give you one practice or do-over, so make each try count. I was pretty satisfied with the work for my first attempt at wrapping. It would have been a lot easier to wrap the mirror cover while it was on the truck. No teardown, and having the mirror cap firmly attached to the truck would have been like having an extra pair of hands. However, by having the mirror cap removed, I was able to wrap around to the inside of the cap. This should give me a much cleaner line than cutting, and the wrap should hold better in the long run. Step 7. Assembly. Assembly goes really quick with everything pretty much snapping back together. The only thing really to note is to make sure the T15 Torx screws go back in their original locations. You should also make sure that all 6 tabs on the mirror snap back into the motor actuator ring. My first push felt a few good snaps, but a second push got a few more remaining tabs to snap back into place. Well, I did this for the look, and it didn't disappoint. The RST trim level really deserved to have these stock, but I suppose they needed something on the LTZ and high countries to upcharge you for. If you are wondering if I recommend wrapping over buying new covers, that would depend on what you're going for. If you're only looking for color matching mirror caps and want them to be that way for the life of your vehicle, then I would just go buy some. You can see a few flaws in my wrap job up close, and I know it's not going to last forever. However, if you wanted mirror caps with a more unique color or design and wanted the ability to change it up down the road, then wrapping these mirror caps is the best option for you. Well, that's it for this mod. If you like the videos on my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I really enjoy making these videos, and I want to see how big this channel can get. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.